Hello student, welcome to Accounting 2-1 Financial Accounting course. We are continuing chapter 1 Accounting in Action. Now I will show you an exercise problem regarding three financial statements. These three financial statements are income statement, owner's equity statement and balance sheet. I will use the same information as the last exercise. And I will use the same tabular analysis that I used for our last exercise problem. Let's go through this information. I'll give you a moment to look at it. Now, let's look at the tabular analysis. Now, let's look at our three financial statements. As you guys can see, I already put some information in our three financial statements. Now, let's start with income statement. As we all know, income statement reports revenue and expense for a specific period of time. This specific period of time can be a month, can be 6 months, can be a year. So whenever we start an income statement, we start with the comparative, as we can see it over here. We wrote Miller Deliveries at the top of the income statement. Then we wrote income statement. Then we wrote for the month ended June 30th, 2010. If the income statement was for the year end, then we would have written as for the year ended. Now let's come to the revenue section of the income statement. As Miller Deliveries has only one type of revenues called service revenue, we'll write the service revenue in our income statement. This service revenue is worth $5,900. Let's write this into our income statement. Now, let's come to our expense section. Miller Deliveries has some expenses. Let's start with salary expense. The salary expense is worth $1,000. Then the rent expense is worth $500. The utility expense is worth $250. And then the gasoline expense is worth $100. When we all add these expenses, total comes out as $1,850. Now we have to calculate the net income. As we all know, net income is equal to revenue minus expenses. In this case, we have a service revenue worth of $5,900 and total expense worth of $1,850. So when we deduct that expense from the revenue, we get $4,050. And this is our net income in our income statement. Now, let's look at the owner's equity statement. Like income statement, owner's equity statement also start with the company name, as we can see it as Miller Deliveries. Then we will write owner's equity statement. Then we'll write for the month ended June 30th, 2010. At the beginning of the owner's equity statement, we have M. Miller Capital on June 1. As we all know, on June 1, Miller didn't have any investment or equity in the company. So we can write it as a 0 over here. Now we have to add the investment. As we all know, Miller invested $10,000 in the company. So we'll write this information into our owner's equity statement. Next, we'll add the net income into our owner's equity statement, which is $4,050. Then we will deduct the drawing from our owner's equity statement, which is $200. After all the calculation, M. Miller Capital on June 30th is $13,850. Now let's look at our balance sheet. As our other statements, balance sheet also start with the company name. Then we write balance sheet. Then we write the exact date of June 30th, 2010. As we all know, balance sheet starts with the asset, then goes to liabilities, and then owner's equity section. So let's start with the asset section of the balance sheet. We'll start with the cash. Miller Deliveries has cash worth of $8,200 in their account. So let's write down this information into our balance sheet. They have accounts receivable worth of $3,150. They have supplies worth of $150. They have a delivery van worth of $12,000. When we add all of them, the total asset comes out as $23,500. Now let's go to the liabilities and owner's equity section. First, start with liabilities. As we can see, Miller Delivery has only two types of liabilities. One is notes payable and the other one is accounts payable. Miller Deliveries has notes payable worth of $9,500. Let's write down this information into our balance sheet. Then they have accounts payable worth of $150. When we add these two, we got total liabilities worth of $9,650. Now let's go to the owner's equity section. As we all know from our owner's equity statement, M. Miller Capital at the end of June is $13,850. When we add total liabilities and owner's equity, the amount is gonna be $23,500. Let's write down this information into our balance sheet. As we can see, this total liabilities and owner's equity is equal to total asset. As we all know, in balance sheet, total asset must be equal to total liabilities and owner's equity. And that's the most important information regarding balance sheet.